like I was just looking at Kid Boo because he like keeps making these videos that get like 1,000 views, like saying that he's like quitting rapping, and I'm like, I know I can get a lot of views if I make a video about what a fucking dumbass Kid Boo is, but it's like, do I really want to like actually put myself in the position of making a video about Kid Boo for views? That just sounds kind of dirty, you know?
I think any time spent looking at Kid Boo's face is time that could have been better used elsewhere.
That's a fact.
Oh man,
that's a Snapple fact.
Kid Boo.
I keep telling them like, bro, you better stop playing with Alex, bro. She gonna pull up on you.
Alex, what's she gonna pull off on you doing?
Bro,
she's gonna pull up on Lena.
She got goons, bro.
Who?
Alex got goons. Alex goons will be switching on her for sure.
I would love to see the goons. Maybe I could make a video if she shows me the goons. I want to see a video of a guy with a gun screaming about, oh, you better not talk shit about Alex's OnlyFans again. That, I'll take the bait. I'll talk about that at least, but I don't know.
Bruh, so like, I got to ask the big question that everyone's asking. Sorry if you've been asked this a million times, but both of you, what do you think 6ix9ine's moves are going to be now that he's out the slammer?
You tell me if you agree with this. I feel like it's kind of quiet for 6ix9ine right now. Like people, they keep like planting different seeds of things of like, oh, he just spent so much money on cars and jewelry, or oh, he just got.
I didn't even see that.
He just got 1.5 million followers, whatever. But I mean, there's definitely going to be a shitload of attention on whatever he does at this point, just because it's 6ix9ine. But it doesn't really feel to me like people are talking about it that much. But at the same time, he hasn't really given us that much. Like if I see an Instagram story of him saying something, it would be very interesting to see how much the rap world takes that and obsesses over it. You know, he hasn't taken that leap yet.
Yeah,
totally. I think it's all leading up to like a big moment, and I think because he hasn't like outright, he's dropped a few little, he dropped a few little fucking segments of cheese around the place, little crumbs of cheese, but like it's gonna pop when he drops his first thing, and I think if he's smart, it's gonna be like a song. It's gonna be something that's monetized.
It better be.
All of the attention goes to some shit that's gonna make him some cash. So I think it'll be a song. And I think a certain point will come and he'll just drop a song and it'll just all be about that. Because I don't think he can be out there clowning like he used to.
But that's the whole question is like, does his troll persona work for a song at this point? Because before he was able to get away with, for the most part, being like, yo, I'm the toughest motherfucker in the world. I'm going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, is he tempted to come back with a song where he like makes more jokes about being a snitch? Because that's mostly what he's given us so far, is a bunch of snitch jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does a pro snitching song that anybody's going to be trying to hear it. Like obviously people will listen to it, but I don't know that it'll actually.
What if he comes out and just like tries to just like be like some like dreams and nightmares Meek Mill beat switch where he's like pleading for your fucking forgiveness in the beginning and then he's just like fuck y'all niggas at the end.
I mean, it's gonna be a hard song either way, because this is a guy who clearly like is able to get well-written songs and is not.
I don't know about that right now though.
Yeah, you can find a million writers.
Yeah,
nobody's going to be shy about writing a song for you. But I mean, I'm curious.
What about producers? I guess any up and coming producer.
All kinds of producers will give them shit. Yeah.
A ghost producer.
I think the thing is, whatever he does, I think the smartest thing he can do is just like be honest. And I think because he's like making these little jokes about him being a snitch, I think that he's laying the groundworks for him being honest. And I think so much of hip hop's about storytelling, people having an interesting story, like where are you from, what have you done, what dirt have you done, what did you get yourself out of. And I think if people like the authenticity, and I think if he just comes out, he wears the snitch thing on his sleeve. He makes some songs about like, talk us through why, like make a song about what it was like making that decision, sitting in the cell, making your decision to flip on everyone.
Think
and
about
that shit
daughter.
I'll listen to.
Yes, but that's the question is like, can he pull off substance? Because up to this point, his music has been entirely devoid of substance.
But that's what I'm saying. What if he comes
it's like, are we ready to see Daniel Hernandez as Talib Kweli? I don't know that I'm ready for it.
Not even as Talib Kweli, but like I gave that specific reference of the Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares song because he could like start it off where he's like, being open and shit and then lead it into like, oh, it's 6ix9ine, fuck y'all niggas at the end of the song.
Because
he has to encompass both into the same song.
People, I think, tend to give 6ix9ine too much credit for his music in a weird way because it's like, yes, he did have this bizarre series of like really big hits. That definitely happened. But I mean, go listen to his album, like his first project. Like, does that feel like a coherent project to you? Fuck no. It's like, can you honestly listen to that project and be like, oh, this is a guy who's going to have like an amazing rap career? I mean, that is very much still up for debate. Like, I have absolutely no doubt that there's going to be a lot of people who tune in no matter what. What I'm actually interested in is, like, can he become in any way respected member of the hip hop world from here? And I have absolutely no idea, but I haven't necessarily seen that much evidence of it yet.
The story itself is so interesting, so unprecedented. Who's ever seen a fucking clown running around with 6ix9ine tattooed on his forehead? He's got all of the cards in his favor, but it depends what he drops. If he drops some fire shit, I was saying to someone on fucking Discord the other day, like, if he comes out and if he dropped a song if he got someone like DaBaby on a verse and just said, bro, I'm gonna pay you the $250 you want for a verse. You just diss me for a verse on me being a snitch, and then I'll do a verse responding to it. People will fuck with it. It'd be fire.
That is brilliant. If I was DaBaby, I wouldn't do it, but there's definitely a lot of rappers who would do it. But is he seriously going to like face that criticism head on? See, that's also a big part of it. Is like, will 6ix9ine do an adversarial interview? Like they tried to get him on the Breakfast Club. They said Breakfast Club said that they tried to do that and that they turned it down. But I would love to see what Charlemagne has for that dude. I would love to hear, like if he really comes out like that, like could you imagine Joe Budden interviewing 6ix9ine and like he wouldn't do it, but could you imagine him like really talking to him the way he wants to talk to him about his behavior?
The only person he would like even do it with was if it was like in-house orchestrated or if Academics did it. I think that's the only way. I
want to know how much Academics is getting paid for these fucking Instagram posts. You see the one of like, oh, 6ix9ine and this fucking Latinx artist that followed each other back. It's like, oh wow, they followed each other back. What a great story. I think there might have been some money exchange right there. I'm sorry.
Academics, 6ix9ine industry plant for sure. 10K Projects industry plant.
Academics has been fucking on the Instagram grind promoting that producer Russian too. He definitely,
yes.
You know he got a check for that. I'd never heard of this dude before, but he has good numbers. But it's like
maybe Russian's about to produce something for 6ix9ine and he's laying the seeds, laying the crumbs.
I could see it. Yo, imagine Academics just like orchestrating all this shit behind the scenes, like knowing exactly what is going to happen. So he's building up the characters because that's kind of, and this is totally off topic, but that's kind of like the problem for Academics' channel is that for a while he had like, Soulja Boy, 6ix9ine, etc., X, Trippy, wilding the fuck out, and it's basically like a soap opera, and then he's just like the dude breaking it all down for you. But now all the characters in the Academic soap opera either chilled the fuck out, got locked up, or they got killed. So it's like he has to like create a new generation of soldiers for his show. Why not Russian?
Why not Russian? And
you know what? It's interesting. Like, first off, I love Academics. Like, he's fucking one of the dons in this thing that we're all trying to do. So shout out Academics. But it like you say, it's interesting.
I feel like this thing of ours. This thing of ours. You ever hear the mafia dudes call it that? This thing of ours, man. All right, continue. I'm sorry, I had to highlight that.
I felt like it was easier than just saying us culture soldiers.
Yes.
Here,
that sings to my heart too. Wow, I love that. Never heard that. House Fun, you wouldn't understand.
That's fresh.
You wouldn't understand. Like you're not a creator, not a content creator.
White YouTube shit. Like, what do y'all think?
Yo, no, don't say that. No, but fuck. Well, I've forgotten the point I was trying to make now.
God damn it.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking about? Academics.
Yes.
Academics. I feel like it's tough to like split your time between the kind of more polished industry, like what's it called, like everyday struggle type way of speaking about people, and more likely to like run into people or have to be face to face with someone than just talking shit on YouTube like he used to. Because I watched a lot of his old videos for research, and like he was definitely used to be a lot more liberal about the way that he'd speak about people or diss people or sort of just make some jokes. Like obviously some of Academic stuff's hilarious when he just is roasting people. So
but I know that I know you deal with that shit because being a white person in hip hop, it's like when you're just a fan, you can afford to laugh at shit more, and like you can afford to not think about the actual ramifications of what you're talking about. Because as a person who's observing a culture that for the most part is black culture, you just don't want to put yourself out there like you have like a irresponsible perspective on a lot of the violence that we might sometimes have to talk about and stuff. Do you think about that a lot?
Yeah, man, I think about it, and like I've tried to take a nice mixture in stories that I cover, because I don't just want to be that guy that's just like shooting, stabbing, like something bad that's happened. I try and do a mixture. I did like Akon setting up the fucking $1 billion electricity project in Africa. I did the video on Snoop Dogg and the game marching to the LAPD fucking precinct in response to like a lot of the violence on the black community perpetrated by the LAPD. Like, I try and get a mixture of those stories and cover those angles to just like, have some positive stuff in there. But at the same time, like, I feel like, there's a lot of unreasonable arguments about like, should I be doing what I do? Should you be doing what you're doing? And it's just kind of like, I just love hip hop. I love these stories, and like, there's no reason I shouldn't talk about them, give my perspective on them. If I say something that's fucking if I say something that's outrageous, or if I say the N-word, or if I'm racist, I deserve to be cancelled. But like, I'm not that type of guy. I love all of the artists that I'm talking about, even if they're doing some dumb shit and I'm dissing them or roasting them. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, people like, I used to get these comments that were so funny when I was first starting out. People would say shit like, bro, why don't you go and make a video on the Red Hot Chili Peppers or fucking some music you know something about?
Dame Dash said that shit to me too.
Dame Dash, bro. I couldn't name you one Red Hot Chili Peppers song, bro. It's like, this culture is all I've lived and breathed my whole life. So it's like, I know I don't look the typical fucking hip hop fan, whatever that might be, but like, all I listen to is this shit, so I've got nothing else to talk about.
I know that's a funny perspective, that like people should comment on things strictly within their ethnicity, not based on like what they're actually interested in.
Yeah, man, it's to me like a lot of that stuff. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just noise. It's sort of like, I don't really feel like I need to. I don't think I've done anything so far that requires justifying or an apology or like an explanation. I'm just having fun talking about the artist, music that I love, fucking cracking some jokes, being a sarcastic English prick like I actually am. And I don't know, I'm just doing my thing. I don't know.
But sometimes it's not about like if you've done anything. It's just like just the it's more the fact of people just looking at it as like people capitalizing off something that they are like they're perceiving you guys to not know about, and thinking that you don't actually care, or that you you're just using it as like strictly monetary reasons. You feel me?
Totally. So you got to go hard to justify your existence.
Exactly. You got to prove yourself.
Totally. And with that, I always think to myself, like, when I get those kind of comments or that kind of thing, I always think to myself, like, I'm just going to keep going. And I think people will say shit like that less and less as the years go on. Because, like, it's going well for me at the moment. And I'm just literally doing what I love, talking about the music I love. And, like, I'm going to continue doing it for as long as I can. If they'll let me do this for 10 years, I'll still be doing this in 10 years. And then, you know what I mean? Tell me to make a Red Hot Chili Peppers video in 10 years when I've been doing hip-hop back-to-back and just, like, showing how much I'm dedicated to like learning about these stories, And it's funny, you get a comment like that of just like, bro, you know nothing about this culture, and it's like,
bro, I probably know more about you more than
bro,
you
I just spent 3 weeks like soaking up this information because I love it, and like I love the people that are involved in it, and you know what I mean? I'm a sarcastic prick, that's who I am. But like I'm dedicating my life to this shit, so it's like I ain't trying to do a Red Hot Chili Peppers video.
Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.